everybody, today I'm very happy to tell you a short talk on our special announcements. First, the speaker said hello to the students and introduced himself. As he said, he would be their biology professor that semester. And finally, he said that course was an introduction course for students not majoring in science. So first, the speaker introduced the flight 140 non-stop to Hong Kong. Next, she said all passengers had to bring their seatbelt to an upright position, and finally, she asked smoking was not permitted on that flight. Number 3. First, the speaker introduced that start to the garden tour would be very short. Next, he suggested return to the bus in the 15 minutes. And finally, he asked the people had to leave on time because they had one more garden to visit before lunch break. And he said he didn't want to leave anyone behind. Number 4. First, the speaker introduced that was the express train to New York and local train was across the platform. Next, she suggested stepping in and watching the closing doors. Finally, he introduced next stop was New York. Number 5. The speaker got the people's attention and he said the actor playing Macbeth was sick that night, and he said the role of Macbeth at that performance would be played by Sator. 6. First, the speaker got the people's attention and he said the driver of the blue car had parked near the front door and suggested moving the car because that area was for delivery just only. And finally, he suggested moving the car to the parking garage. 7. First, the speaker announced the 10:30 guided tour to the museum would begin in 15 minutes. Next, he asked the ticket holder to line up at the end of the hall. And he suggested going to the front desk to get one if the people didn't have the ticket. And finally, he announced the ticket was free. However, the people had to have one to participate in the tour. 8. First, the speaker said hello to the passenger and announced that was the captain speaking. Next, she said they would be passing over Lake Frank in about 5 minutes, and she said the people would be able to see the lake if they looked out the left side of the plane. And finally, he announced the cloud had cleared up and they had beautiful sunny weather, so they should get good view. Number 9. First, the speaker announced coming up after the news on Radio 2000 they would have that day weather report, and he said followed by the full hours of classical music. Next, Sierra said later that afternoon they would hear an interview with Miss Lucinda Park, would famous violinist, who would discuss her recent concert tour. And finally, he asked don't miss it. Number 10. First, the speaker announced a set of house keys had been found in the cafeteria that morning. Next, he suggested coming to the main office to identify them if the people thought the keys were yours. And finally, he asked for Miss James. Number 11. First, the speaker said to staffs he always liked to say a few words at those gatherings. Even the staff heard enough of him every day. Next, he commented he wouldn't interrupt the staff's party too much. Uh, However, he wanted to tell staff that that year had been their most productive, and he knew the year would be even better. And finally, he thanked the staff for cooperation. Number 12. First, the speaker welcomed the people aboard its non-stop service to London. Next, he announced they were experiencing a delay due to the heavy traffic there in Dallas. And he said the captain had asked them to serve complimentary beverages. And finally, he suggested remaining the seats so they could serve the people better. Number 13. First, the speaker announced the retirement of Miss Millicent Brandergood. Next, he said those of them who had worked with Millicent would always remember how her optimistic outlook and efficient manner had helped them get through their busy workdays. And finally, he said they wished Mr. Harvard, they wished her the best and hoped she had well-deserved rest during her cruise around the world. Thanks for watching.